Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel. So today we have a pick a card reading with the topic, who is your secret admirer? Who's secretly crushing on you? You know, who's hiding their feelings? You know, it's like kind of all that into one. So basically, who's got a crush on you, but secretly. Shh. It's a secret. So I'm spilling it all. We're going to find out. So we have 5 different groups to choose from. We have number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As always, the timestamps will be down below. I want to say a special thank you to Yasmin and Megan. In particular, Megan, you can see the stickers on the cards. Megan bought these off my wish list. I also want to say a thank you to Lindsay. She got me, actually, I want to say thank you to Lindsay as well, because Lindsay got me some stickers too, which I put somewhere else, but they're beautiful Christmas stickers that are cute and vintage, and I can't wait to use them on the channel as well. But yeah, so Megan got as well a Christmas tree skirt, which is so soft. I might even, if you're interested in it, I'll link it to you if you want to see where it is on Amazon, because this is really pretty and soft, and it's helping me get one step closer to being Christmas ready. I have all my ornaments, but when I moved to the US, unfortunately, I had to leave my tree behind. So I didn't bring my Christmas tree and a lot of my decorations, because you know what I mean? I was trying to like fit 500 decks in my suitcase, and you know. Anyway, no, I kept the very sentimental ornaments, of course, that I had, and but I don't have a Christmas tree, and I didn't have like a skirt or anything like that, so that was a really sweet gift. And then the third person, sorry, because I said Lindsay, and then I said Megan, and then I want to say a thank you to Yasmin, because Yasmin gave me some donations on Venmo, which led me to purchase 2 decks I've been really wanting, and I'm using them in this reading. But we have the Phantom Wise Tarot. This just came out. Beautiful. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you guys. And then we have a Compendium of Witches here, this oracle. And some of you might have seen one of the cards in this deck in one of the videos I've done before, because it came in this compilation deck. And I didn't even know what it was too. And it's so funny because synchronistically it's in that deck. Anyway. But I'm so happy and thankful for you guys. For those of you that leave comments, who message me, who reach out, that's so sweet. And thank you to Yasmin, Megan, Lindsay. And also for those of you that have left donations here on the channel, like as super thanks. There have been a few of you, and I really do appreciate you guys, okay? So as well, thank you so much. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I just had to do some shout outs because I really felt like some people deserved it. And thank you so much to all the new members that I've had on my channel as well. And if you want to join as a member and get some exclusive pick a card content, you know, you're welcome to do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Hello my friends, so if you chose group number 1 here with these cute little boots, oh my goodness, and they've got beautiful daisies on them, so adorable. So this is going to be your reading. So let's find out who has a crush on you. We start here with the King of Pentacles as our card, and you can see that Phantom Wise Tarot that I was talking about in the intro. Beautiful deck. So the King of Pentacles, this is definitely most likely going to be an older masculine. Probably somebody who is, I would say, probably 30 plus. But age, you know, that could be, you know, kind of relative depending on, you know, your age as well. This person likely is older than you. To be honest, especially for those of you that are younger watching, it may not be that they're 30 plus. It could just be that they're a bit older than you. Okay. Now, the King of Pentacles is someone who is incredibly grounded and practical, right? Somebody who relishes in the earthly pleasures of life, who enjoys good food, you know, just feeling entertained and comforted in life, and usually is quite focused on creating an abundant life for themselves, you know what I mean? And usually if it's a king, they are abundant already. They've got their stuff going on. Oftentimes, you know, it's going to be someone who's a homeowner, or at least at their stage in life is in a good position. You know what I mean? So could it be a homeowner? Maybe not. Could also be a father or something like that, but not for all of you, okay? Don't try to fit that if it doesn't make sense and you're like, I'll have people come on here and they'll be like, well, I'm like 16. No, don't worry. But yeah, but it definitely somebody with, this strong attainment in life, I think, and somebody who's very grounded. We could also have the signs Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, right? As well. We also have the Mountain here as well as bad health. And we have the Wizard. So, with the wizard, we see somebody who is wise, to be honest. And I feel here with the King of Pentacles and the Wizard, this is somebody who reaches out their hand often to help other people. And this person may live in the mountains because we have mountain here. They could also have strong Capricorn placements as well, is something I'm going to say for you guys. This person could have some strong Capricorn, is what I'm thinking for a lot of you. But with the mountain here, we could have somebody who's had quite a lot of challenges in their life. We have bad health, and so this person could be going through a rough period or have had severe health problems or some sort of health obstacle, okay? With the Wizard here, as I mentioned kind of earlier, we do have somebody who has a lot of wisdom. So no matter their age, they're full of wisdom, to be honest. And the Wizard also says, use your skills to aid others. And I want to say that this person has a helping hand. It's like they are the type to donate their time, energy, money towards other people. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful quality. I asked actually too what this person had, why they have a crush on you. And we have the Scholar. Now these two cards in particular are from that Compendium of Witches deck. If you want to go check that out because it's new and I know some of you might not have seen it yet. But the Scholar here indicates that this person is in love with your mind. They have a crush on your mind, on your intelligence, that the wisdom that you hold. It feels as if you guys have an intellectual connection, to be honest, and it's like they really admire that about you. The Scholar, of course, can indicate that they may see you as somebody who's like a reader, as an example, a writer, somebody who studies. So this could be like somebody that you study with, as an example, who has great potential in life, who's a helpful person, generous and kind. You know what I mean? But the Scholar, it's like they are mentally attracted to you. Like there's a mental attraction. They enjoy your mind and your intellect, your rationality. And there's something about you that just seems to be of sharp and clear mind, to be honest. It's like, yeah, they just think that you're an intelligent person. And it's like they're attracted by brains. You know what I mean? Like people's brains, not like zombies, but like, smart people. Okay, tell me more about this person. They're attracted to brains. That totally sounded like a zombie joke. So we have boundaries here. Firm boundaries are needed now. And we have trust. You know what's interesting here? And I'm going to tell you something about this person. The person that you're asking about, and it's funny because of the Mountain. The Mountain, of course, is sort of like a bit of a boundary card itself, indicating maybe perhaps challenges. And the other thing I was going to say with bad health is it may be that the connection between you and this person isn't quite healthy at this time. Like maybe it needs nurturing. For some of you, maybe you already know who this is, and you've been going through a rough patch, okay? And perhaps there's a need to kind of trust again, or build up trust. Now, for those of you who have no idea who this is, or you know what I mean, you're not sure, I want to tell you that this person and you may have certain boundaries between the two of you. Perhaps you glance at each other, but you haven't really spoken, right? Perhaps, you know what I mean, you've spoken a little bit, but there's a need to trust here. And we have boundaries and trust, so we're definitely seeing that somehow you and this person probably aren't super close, to be honest. I feel like that there are likely to be, some boundaries between the two of you in general. Like, yeah. We have TikTok and all that glitters. This person definitely idolizes you quite a bit. But it's like, in a sense that it's like you give off this beautiful aura to them. And I do feel like they'll kind of come towards you soon, because TikTok is like sort of implying the clock is ticking, it's blowing up actually. So I want to say that they're going to probably come towards you quite soon. But the other thing too is that this person may wonder if it's all too good to be true. So I feel like this person likely puts you on a pedestal to where, you know, they're maybe too afraid to approach you because you're too pretty or too, you know, good looking or too attractive and, you know, just too much for them. Like, no way, no way, I don't trust this. And so it's like maybe for some of you, this person really maintains this like edge, you know, around you, like kind of boundary. As an example, it's like they steal glances. And I feel like both of you actually probably steal glances because maybe you notice them looking at you even because look at the masks. And so I feel like this person definitely has a mask on. I don't think this person openly, I don't think that they openly flirt with you, to be honest. It's almost like they see you from across the room or, you know, in that atmosphere where it's like they can't quite break through. And even if you see this person as sociable, it's like maybe they're not necessarily sociable with you because they're shy or somehow you bring out that insecurity or shyness within them. But yeah, they definitely are attracted to you. That's for dang sure. Now, let's see. Any other further messages here, Spirit, about who this person is? Oops. Wow. I'm just knocking things all over the place. Well, dang it. You guys might often go in different directions. To be honest, the Chariot came out. And in this Chariot card, it's like the horses are kind of doing two different things. So it's like, maybe it's like you somehow run into them, but it's like they're going one way, you're going another. I feel like kind of like ships passing in the night, to be honest. Oops, wrong way. Yeah. Watch out, because this person actually might hang out around you as much as possible. It's like they find things to do around you, or you'll catch them with a glance. You know what I mean? Looking at you. But also here with the Chariot and the Hanged Man, this person's hesitant to make a move. I think they're still trying to kind of gauge the situation. Although I have a good feeling that for a lot of you, this person will make a move. I think that there will be something. Let me see. What will happen in this connection for the majority watching? What will happen with this? Oh, it's a mystery. Damn it. It's yet to be known, I feel here. With the High Priestess. First, yeah, I think I think what's happening here, you guys, is that the High Priestess comes through to kind of say, hey, trust it will develop how it's meant to develop here. And I think with the Ace of Wands, we see a very outward energy. Seven of Swords, we see a very inward energy. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's probably going to be 50-50 in terms of where it goes. And with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands, though, there could be kind of like covert flirting, to be honest, or covert actions, where it kind of hovers around these boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've got. Any other message here? One final message here for group number 1. Why am I dropping everything? Like, jeez Louise. Do you ever feel like you're just having a clumsy day? That's me. This is a romance of a lifetime, true love. So definitely this person is like, eyeballing you. And you know what's cute is that little Cupid behind. And it's like maybe like the universe keeps it conspiring you to kind of like pass each other by or come in contact or something like that. But anyway, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. I really, really do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it was, informative, interesting. And let me know in the comments below what you thought. And again, thank you to all of you for being here, for commenting, for subscribing, and just generally. If you want a personal reading, you can get one through my Etsy link, which is in the description box. And you can also join as a member here to get some more exclusive pick a card content. But otherwise, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 2 here. You've chosen this stack of books here with the T. And it's giving me cozy vibes, that's for sure. Some of you might have a crush who loves to read and enjoys tea or warm kind of drinks as well. Maybe for some of you that's just you. But anyway, what have we got here? We have got the Six of Wands starting out. This is the Phantom Wise Tarot, which I was kind of showing in the beginning. Yes, so the Six of Wands, this is definitely a person who is a winner. So, and I was going to say winner, winner, chicken dinner, but this is more like winner, winner, mouse dinner, right? Because it's got a mouse in its mouth. So I want to say that this person probably has a lot of admirers, maybe platonically even. Like, it's not necessarily romantic admirers, but like platonic admirers. This person may have a bit of a show-off personality. This is a person who likes to achieve things, and I think other people recognize that in them. This person may be very outgoing and kind of confident in nature as well, is what I'm getting, because look at that Six of Wands. That cat is just kind of like, it's almost like this person may put themselves on display somehow, or really be kind of a show-off, to be honest. And yeah, and I definitely just get like perhaps people who kind of look at them and admire them. We also have the goat here with number 49. We'll look at this card in a moment. We have change. And you're destined to... Wow. Okay, so the talisman came out. You're destined to succeed. This is a person who doesn't take no for an answer. They're definitely hard-willed, stubborn, and effective in their life. I feel like this person, they get the change that they want. They don't... sit idly. They're not lazy. They're not passive. They're very much a go-getter, okay? And they know as well. There's like an inner confidence in this person, an inner knowing that really radiates out in their actions, where it's like they know they can win and they know they can get what they want. And so they're quite actually secure in their personality. So this doesn't feel like an insecure person that you're dealing with. This is a very like kind of confident person. With the goat, this is all about strength, stability, and dignity. So again, somebody who walks with dignity, with pride. They may have quite straight posture, or somehow just kind of have this aura about them where it's like they stick their chest out and they're kind of like, yeah, I'm cool, okay? And the goat card in particular says, the hot midday sun casts its golden light on a mountain slope. There, perfectly balanced on a vertical precipice, stands a strong yet nimble goat, readying its feet for the next jump. These majestic animals have been part of our mythologies for millennia, linked to various deities such as the goat-legged Pan, the wild Artemis, Sylvanus, and Bacchus, the powerful Agni, Marduk, and Thor. The goat card evokes balanced confidence, a tenacious spirit, and the quality of knowing where we stand. And I think that's this person, you might be quite opposite, to be honest. Because even this dust child is quite like quiet. But we'll talk about this, because this is actually why they like you. But as a person, they're definitely a go-getter. And as it mentioned, a tenacious spirit. Again, they create the change. Like that quote comes to my mind. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And I feel like this person, that's probably a quote that really vibes with them, that they really feel connected to. To be honest, that's what I'm getting. I really feel as if this person, they would definitely say that quote is one that they love. And they make the change happen. And just a very much go-getter spirit here, guys, that you have around you that's really admiring you. Yep, we have a leg up here. I want to say that this person is probably a bit of a helper, and they may often help other people. You may come across them and they're helping somebody or something like that. Yeah, because that's what a leg up is really all about. Very supportive kind of influence. Somebody who, isn't just cocky and confident without purpose. You know what I mean? They actually do use their skills to help other people, or they try to be a helpful person here. And that may be something that you've, experienced with them. You may have helped them, they may have helped you, that sort of thing. You may have that kind of connection. Now, why do they like you? Well, I pulled this card here, and it's called the Dusk Child. And this particular card, it talks about darkness, reality, balance, and depth. And it says the Dusk Child represents the whole and unadulterated view of reality, compromising of darkness and light. A balanced view relies on the acceptance of obscurity, just as healthy trees rely on the nourishment of their black soil. Delving into ourselves and facing our sufferings, our fears, and bitter memories can provide renewed purpose and strength. This particular witch was born in Indonesia and spent most of her life traveling from one place to another. She was a musician whose creative process focused on the expression of beauty that can be found in darkness. It's so funny because, you may have a vibe about you that's mysterious, perhaps a bit darker. I don't know. Some of you, this person may want to cheer you up, and that's part of the appeal, especially if you've been feeling kind of down. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that's what I'm getting. For some of you. For others of you, again, your creative spirit, whether you're a musician or you express yourself in a different way creatively, I feel like that's something that they really admire it in you, and they like. There might even be like a bit of an opposites attract, especially if you don't feel like you sound like this person over here, you know what I mean, like them. We have religious factors, so someone could be quite religious here. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. We also have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Interesting about that, religious factors. So there could be that factor, involved here. But there might be certain moral beliefs that they find attractive if they've had the chance to get to know you. I feel like that may be part of it. It may be like certain spiritual, religious beliefs, moral beliefs, things that, let me see here. Yeah. Interesting. So, what's interesting is I feel like this person, in some way, they want to cheer you up. If you've been having a rough time, it's like this person wants to provide some sort of healing for you, to be honest. It's almost like they can feel it radiating off of you, some pain or something. It's like they just want to make you smile, to be honest. With the leap of faith here and new love makes me think this is somebody new in your life. This is not somebody this is not a past person or somebody. If you don't yet know this person, they're coming into your life soon, okay? So if you feel like, I don't know who this is, I feel like for some of you, this person is probably going to arrive soon into your life, okay? With the leap of faith here, again, we get that sense of excitement and somebody who just kind of goes for what they want. Again, faith here, religious factors. So I want to say that this person has some sort of religious beliefs or some kind of, again, moral beliefs. There's definitely that spiritual aspect to them as a person. So some of you, this person may wear a cross or other religious things. They may have like a cross tattoo or something that indicates their religion. It doesn't have to be a cross, by the way. I'm just giving an example of a religious symbol. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of different things, but there's a marker of religion on this person, I think, whether it's through jewelry or a physical attribute or, again, some other personality attribute. We have beauty with the wood nymph. I wouldn't want to say that you find this person quite attractive. They also find you quite attractive. There may be a seductive nature here. I almost wonder if this person's a bit seduced by you, to be honest. Like you're a bit of a siren, or it's like they can't just help it. You're probably just their type, to be honest. Yeah. We have the butterfly spirit with transformation. This person probably has had quite a lot of transformation in their own life, but also I feel like this person in some way wants to create some sort of transformation between the two of you or in your life in some way. It's almost like, perhaps wanting to contribute something to you, be part of a transformation. Let me see a little bit more about this. Let me just shuffle these. I had some cards that I didn't put back in right. Okay, anything here about group number 2's person? I've got the Chariot. Well, again, we get sort of a support. This person definitely isn't looking for a good time. They're looking for a long time. They're that kind of person. I do feel like this person, I think you guys might be soulmates in some way or have a soul connection of some kind, to be honest. And it just kind of draws them toward you, to be honest. And the other thing is I get a very kind of supportive connection. And a supportive person in general, quite patient. Even if they're very driven, they know when to be patient. They know when to be kind. They know when to be understanding. With the Chariot here, it feels like you guys are quite opposite or quite different. Like one of you is loud, the other one's quiet, that sort of thing. Or there's some sort of dynamic here going on between the two of you. And I think that they're attracted actually to the differences between the two of you, because it's like they could learn something, or there's just something about you. There may also be, to be honest, a little bit of a challenge. And I'm not saying like in the, have you guys ever seen that movie She's All That, where it's like she gets the makeover? it's like the bet or whatever. It's not like that. Like they have a bet, like, oh, I want to get that person. But I think that there is something about you that challenges them a little bit, and that's kind of attractive. Like maybe you don't, fawn over them like other people do, or you don't rush around them like other people do, or there's just something about you, I think, that really stands out to them in that way. You know what I mean? And it's like they want to, it's like they, it kind of keeps them interested, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? This person could have some strong fire, maybe some strong Capricorn, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Yep, I think that's where I'll end it. Thank you so much for being here. I really do hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful and interesting, and hopefully you can identify who this is. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And if you know who they are, or you have a good idea, leave a cross emoji or some kind of a religious emoji. I want to see it down below. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your donations, your comments, your kindness. Thank you for subscribing if you have already, or if you do. And I want to see you guys again here on the channel. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you get notified, because YouTube sometimes likes to not share things properly. Anyway, and if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store. There's a link in the description box. There's also a link to all the decks I've used in this video. And if you want more extra pick a card content, you can join here as a member on the channel and get access to a bunch of different videos. I think I've already done 4 for the month of November so far, and last month I did 6, the previous month 6. So they're all timeless, so you can always catch up, binge watch, and all that cool stuff. Anyway, lots of love. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 3 here with this cutest little bunny in the world. Oh my goodness, I can't even with this. Isn't it adorable? It's so cute. Okay, so you've chosen this particular bunny, and you've been drawn to group number 3, so let's get some messages. Oh my god, that's so funny, because I know that we have the 3 of Wands in here, and I'm like, oh, that's funny, 3 and the 3 of Wands. Okay, that's funny. So yeah, we've got the 3 of Wands here. I remembered, because I saw it come out. So this is a beautiful Phantom Wise Tarot. If you want to check it out in the description box, there's links to it. But I got this for myself from a donation that Yasmin had given me on Venmo, and I'm adoring it. So pretty. But yes, who is your crush? Who's secretly admiring you? Well, we have got somebody with a far sight of the universe. This is a person who probably sees ahead from far away. This is a person who can spot trends, who can see things that are beyond them. This could also be somebody who is a traveler. at heart. This person has the spirit of a traveler, to be honest. And we have the staff here as well, which is hilarious considering. But it's also a card of a traveler, of the expanded mind, of somebody who's actually quite open-minded, very curious, very optimistic in nature. So beautiful qualities to this person. I'll go into this card in a minute, but I kind of want to keep looking. We have main male, and we have official person that came out here too. We also have conflict and danger lie in wait. So you know what's really interesting here is that this person may work as someone in a uniform. So this person could be somehow involved in civil service or like military. For some of you, this person could be in the military. For others of you, this person could work in like the government, or again, like firemen, cops, like civil kind of service, maybe a teacher or somebody with kind of a status that's like, you know, respected, admired, and again, probably maybe a uniform of some kind. Now, if that's not the case, this person, maybe you know them on a more official basis. Perhaps it's through your work or through, you know, some sort of official kind of way. Okay, so yeah, we definitely have a masculine, to be honest, coming through. And the staff card, I want to talk about that. That's number 39. And it talks about adventure, foreseeing, and expansion. Faithful companions of many travelers, the staff journeys with them and provides aid and support during long days of walking. The staff card speaks of the joys and the benefits of travel, being that either on foot or of mind. It invites us to consider expanding our horizons, venturing beyond what feels familiar and safe, and daring to explore new places and ideas, keeping in mind that we don't have to do so alone. It prompts us to consider new areas to expand to and perspectives that we have not contemplated before. So again, very open-minded kind of person. They're always kind of looking for something new. I feel like this person could have like strong Sagittarius or ninth house placements, to be honest, or maybe a really strong Jupiter in their chart as well. But this is definitely somebody, they could be at a distance, to be honest. For some of you, they could be foreign to you as well. There could be that quality. But I want to just say that this person, they love to travel. Yeah, whether it's on foot, like they say, or through the mind, to be honest. And I want to kind of find out what this dagger is about. Conflict and danger lie in wait. What is up with this dagger? Whenever I you know what's funny? I've never heard this song when I've seen this card before, but Silver Dagger by Joan Baez. Go listen to that song. We have the Page of Swords and the Lovers. The lover. So you know what's interesting? That song Silver Dagger. Don't sing love songs, you'll wake my mother. She's sleeping here right by my side, and in my right hand a silver dagger. She says that or in her right hand a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. And I know she says, go court another tender maiden and pray that she will be your wife. For I've been warned and I've decided to sleep alone all of my life. So I think I missed some lyrics, but that particular, it's a folk song. Joan Baez didn't write it, but so it's just a cover. And there's a beautiful one also by another girl on YouTube I've seen. I think she's from an Irish show, but anyway, the point is, is that's what I've kind of got in my head. And like I said, I've seen this card a million times, and I've never had that. Like I've always, you know, kind of seen this card, and I've never had that connection come to that song. So I think it might be noteworthy, especially because it's like, yeah, they could be afraid in some way. Maybe they're afraid your parents will be mad, or if you're young. But that's really interesting here. And they could be afraid of you. Maybe you come off intimidating in some way to them as well. Okay, now, or they'll be afraid they'll be judged, maybe even too with the official person. Maybe it's like, oh, this is trouble. This is trouble. Okay, so with the Page of Swords too and the Lovers here, it's like somebody who's cautiously, kind of from a distance, admiring you romantically. This person definitely has romantic feelings, no doubt about it. That's for sure, with the Lovers. Now, I know you guys might be looking at the Weaver and thinking, why am I not talking about it? Well, these are the qualities that this person admires in you and why they have a crush on you. So the Weaver, number 24. And I'm just mentioning the numbers in case. But let's see here. So the weaver, aspirations, dreams, desires, and weaving fate. She sits in the shade of a fig tree on a searing summer's day, weaving the silk she foraged from beneath the sea. When the cicadas grow silent, dusk finds her still at the loom, working and singing old folk songs. What the I've never pulled this card, guys. I've never pulled it. I literally talked about an old folk song. Maybe you've spoken with this person about old music, or there's something like old-timey, or I don't know what the hell. But that's really weird that I said that. Because that silver dagger, yeah, that's an old folk song. And like I said, I've seen this card a million times. Not one time in thousands of readings that I've ever done have I ever put those two together. And so that's definitely something. Wow, I can't believe that's said about folk songs. That's weird. Okay. Weaving our designs into a concrete tapestry, the weaver represents our future hopes and ambitions. Her act of foraging the silk reminds us of the importance of gathering the right ingredients for our growth to avoid our aspirations resulting in flimsy reveries. And so this is Sophia Diana, was born at the beginning of the 20th century on the Sardinian coast. She made her living as a weaver and specialized in the working of byssus, a rare and precious type of sea silk foraged in small quantities from noble pen shells, a craft which she had learned from her grandmother. Well, that's really interesting. So there could be a connection here, to weaving or working with cloth or sewing or something along those lines, creativity as well. But that's something that they admire about you in terms of, well, maybe it's a life that you've weaved, sort of like what you've created. Whatever you do, it's just kind of like it draws their attention here. So tell me more about this person, this crush. We have the hummingbird spirit, Joy. So this person might be quite like flittish a little bit. I do think this person's quite joyful in nature. Like they have a joyful spirit. They have, a happiness to them. They may flit from one thing to another. That's another thing. It's like they just love a lot of different things, and they're very like kind of, it's like, yeah, this person, they like to go and just explore everything. It's like they want to explore every flower, every rock, every mountain, every country, every place. They want to know about the universe and what's going on in it. We have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. This is interesting. I also saw apology come out too. And so now I'm kind of wondering if some of you might be at odds with this person. We also have finances as well. For some of you, this could be that work connection. There could be a financial kind of situation between the two of you in terms of like that you work together, or perhaps you have a financial connection, they pay you, or I don't know, something like that. Now again, with that apology and forgiveness, and one card, okay, here we go. Yeah, abundance. This person could also admire what you do for a living, or you might admire what they do for a living as well. I have a weird little thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do some bibliomancy. That's when I read from a book, and I'm only doing it for this group probably, but I just felt drawn to do it, so I shall. Okay, since her encounter with Scott, she can't help but feel a little smug. Unrequited love is so boring. Weeping under a blue-black skies for suckers or maniacs. Will you get real, she advised her sister. They're two total strangers who are probably complete nutcases. Ignore them, pull the window shade down, and grow up. But that is exactly what has happened to Kylie. She's grown up to discover that she knows and feels too much. No matter where she goes, to the market or on an errand, or the town pool for an afternoon swim, she is confronted with people's innermost emotions, which seep from their skin to billow out and float above them like clouds. Just yesterday, Kylie passed an old woman walking her ancient poodle, which was crippled by arthritis and could barely move. This woman's grief was so overpowering, she would take the dog to the animal hospital by the end of the week to put it out of its misery. That Kylie found that she could not take another step. She sat down on the curb and she stayed there until dusk, and when she finally walked home, she felt dizzy and weak. She wishes that she were 12 years old again and that men didn't shout out their car windows whenever she walks along the turnpike about how much they'd like to fuck her. She wishes she had a sister who acted like a human being and an aunt who didn't cry herself to sleep so often that her pillow was to be wrung out with each morning. Most of all, Kylie wishes that the man in their backyard would go away. He's out there right now as Antonio heads for the kitchen, humming to fetch herself a snack. This is interesting. The rain doesn't bother him in the least. It seems to go right through him, with each drop turning a luminous blue. His polished boots have had just the slightest film of dirt. His white shirt looks starched and pressed. All the same, he's been making a mess of things. Every time he breathes, horrible things come out of his mouth. Little green frogs, drops of blood, chocolates wrapped in pretty foil, but with poisonous centers that give off foul odor each time he breaks one in half. The man in the garden has no aura of his own, but he often reaches to dip his hands in the purple-red shadow above him, then smears the aura of the lilacs all over himself. But no one but Kylie can see him, but she's still able to call these women out of their houses. He's the one who whispers to them late at night when they're sleeping on their beds. Baby, he says, even to the ones who might never have thought they'd hear a man talk to them that way again. He gets inside a woman's mind, and he stays there until she finds herself crying on the sidewalk, crazy for the scent of lilacs, even though he's not going anywhere. At least not anytime soon. He's definitely not, though. Okay, he's definitely not through, sorry. Yeah, that's an interesting passage there from Practical Magic. If you guys have seen that movie, I don't know, leave a little fairy wand down below. Or a little, yeah, let's do that. A little fairy wand, Practical Magic. So that's really interesting. I wonder if this person is trouble for some of you. What is up with that? That's a really interesting passage, I feel like. Perhaps this person's acted kind of like a jerk in the past. Yeah. For some of you, this person has. They might want a fresh start. They might be a bit immature for some of you. Even though they have all these kind of qualities. It's like perhaps this person, they're a bit deceptive, to be honest, as well. No, you only can see them. This person may, okay, if this person isn't from your past, okay, and you're like, no way, you know what I mean? Not somebody who wants your forgiveness or an apology, and you just don't have such a situation, don't worry, because I feel like for you guys, there may be something kind of secretive about this. There may be something clandestine, or this person's a little bit tricky, is what they are. And you notice how in the passage, Kylie can only see him, but no one else can? Maybe, again, this person kind of, it's like you sent something about them, but no one else can, or something like that. We have let your friends help you. We have honeymoon. And we've got very soon. First of all, this person may try to do something with you very soon. And with the let your friends help you, I feel as if this person may try to help you or kind of make some sort of offer toward you. Now, the other thing I'm going to tell for some of you is like, watch out for a honeymoon stage. If this person kind of comes back around, it may be like kind of a temporary honeymoon stage. Definitely listen to your friends. Okay? On this situation. If you have friends that are whispering in your ear, this guy's bad news, or guy, girl, you know, guy knows about it, the gender. I'm saying it kind of in a gender neutral way, but it's like if they tell you, like, watch out, this person is trouble, I think they might be onto something there. Okay? This person could be a bit of a player. But that's the thing. And yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this. About this one, because it's like, I don't know. For those of you though, like I said, who don't have like some kind of toxic weird person, like some of you are definitely going to have, this is perhaps somebody who is just a bit intimidated by the whole situation. And again, maybe they kind of sneak glances. It's just something that the two of you see between each other, that sort of thing. And you know what I mean? Maybe they're a bit afraid to approach you. Maybe it's just not a good idea for some reason or another. But very interesting reading, you guys. Oh, wow. That was some weird twists there. Anyway, hopefully it makes sense to those of you. And I hope Spirit draws you if you're meant to hear this message. So hopefully you've gotten here for it. Now, if you enjoy this reading, I'd love it if you subscribed, commented, and all that good stuff. If you want to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by clicking on my Etsy link in the description box below. There's a link there. And if you want to have exclusive pick a card content, you can do that by joining the channel here as a member. And thank you to all of you really who comment, especially for those of you that take the time to comment, but for those of you that get gifts and like off my wish list, I really do appreciate it. For those of you that leave donations, it really is appreciated a lot. And thank you. Okay, so I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 4 here with this umbrella, this is going to be a reading. So of course, when I saw the umbrella, I was like, well, we might be talking about that song by Rihanna, Under My Umbrella. So somebody who's a very supportive person who likes to, kind of take their umbrella to other people, I would say, is probably, a way that this person behaves. But let's see what comes through in the cards here. So we have the sun here describing the person. So the sun represents a person who's quite radiant in personality, very warm, loving, and kind. And, what's interesting, we have Thaw here as well. We have the oracle here, his thoughts, and the key. This person thinks about you quite a lot. They think about you actually a lot. I feel like this person, their thoughts often center around you. And it feels as if this person's waiting for the right moment, to be honest. Because the Thaw card and the sun, that's uncanny that came out, okay? That's just uncanny because what does the sun do? It comes out and it thaws the snow, the ice. And so this person, it's like they feel the warmth. And I think that they want to shower you with warmth as well. The sun represents a person who has like a really powerful sense of their destiny. This person knows who they want to be, okay? So this isn't a person who, is still kind of figuring themselves out. This is a person who knows who they are. They know what their values are. They know who they want to be in this world. And they probably already have like quite a good career. And it doesn't mean that they make a lot of money necessarily, but it means that they, value what they do. They live with purpose. And this is a person who's very independent and secure, confident, outgoing even, okay? But this is a person who has a lot of like warmth and sensuality to their personality as well. And they're not manipulative. This person's extremely honest. You can see all their emotions on their face. They live like very straightforward, to be honest, okay? And you'll see like all of their emotions in their face, to be honest. I think this person probably smiles a lot, to be honest, as well. Sorry I said to be honest like about 3 times too many times. Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens. It's like I get in this goofy thing, right? Where I say the same thing. I hate it. Does it ever happen to you guys? I feel like it happens to me a lot. I hate it. Anyway, the Thaw here, it talks about potential, eagerness, and anticipation. The emerging of the first snowdrops quietly announces that under the soft layer of snow, the earth is getting ready to blossom, eager to feel the warmth of spring once again. Unseen to the eye, life is stirring in the depths of the soul within insects and last year's seed alike. The Thaw represents joyful excitement, the yearning and anticipation for new things to come, and the confident awareness of underlying potential. I feel like you guys are another group where if you don't really have somebody that could have a crush on you and you kind of are, pretty aware of that, this person's coming into your life soon. So this might be a future energy that's coming your way, okay? So again, like I said, you don't have to count yourself out if you're like, nah, I don't know anyone like this. This is somebody who's about to arrive, to be honest. And it may be in the spring, actually, as well. Now, the Thaw card and the sun is... We also have locked doors can now be opened as well. And so with the Thaw, think about it. Things that are frozen that are stuck. Doors that are locked that's stuck. It feels like there's something warming up here. This person may be really getting ready and amped up to make a move, to be honest, as well. And again, I said to be honest. Jeez Louise. Okay. No, really though, I do feel like this person, they're gaining up that courage to kind of shed some light on who they are and what they feel. Oh wow, longing. Someone's secretly yearning for you. Yeah, this person really does long for you. They may feel like the door is locked or somehow the circumstances are a bit hard for them. It's like they long, but they can't touch. And that's also... Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is this person may have an artistic side to them as well. Because I see here in the thoughts he has the paintbrushes and he's painted her. Now, the sun also can represent a very creative person, somebody who kind of channels creativity, whether it's through speech or, a physical, something, you know what I mean, like a painting or some other kind of creative feat. But yeah, they're longing for you. They think about you a lot. And they may even stare at you kind of longingly when they can, whether it's at your picture, Yep, and everything will unfold in divine timing, patience. This person is kind of, they take their time. Like they're patiently waiting for things to kind of open up. We have unavailable. There's something about this situation that's blocked for you guys at this current time. I'm not saying it's going to be like that forever, but I feel like this person, for some reason, they know that they can't quite make a move yet. And I don't know why that is. We have purification with Pine Spirit, so there may be certain things that need to be kind of cleared out or purified in this situation in order for that to kind of occur. I don't know what the deal is. There's something here, though, that makes this somehow the situation a little bit unavailable. Now, with purification, too, this person could be wanting things to be right, you know, the right timing. And so they kind of just long until the time is right for them to kind of do it. Now, again, if there's nothing between the two of you that makes you like unavailable somehow, or them unavailable, this could also talk about, you know, somebody who's just waiting for the right moment. Tell me more about this person. We could see Leo qualities. I dropped like a bunch of cards. I know I'm going to get a snotty comment. That's going to be like, oh my God, your shuffling is annoying. But that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, this person's a bit of a jokester. They're very playful. Young at heart, no matter their age, with the Page of Wands. This person's quite busy. They may be quite active in their life. They may be always kind of moving, talking, walking around. But what's interesting with the Hanged Man is that even if they have this sort of like outwardly kind of immature or maybe like kind of fun or youthful energy about them, they're very wise. They are very wise. This person may flirt but not take it farther as well. It's like they come on and then they kind of stand back. There's something that holds this person back. They are holding back for some sort of specific reason. And I don't know what that's going to be for you guys. Obviously, this is a general reading, so I can't like identify that for everyone. We have release your ex. So this person could be, or you could be with somebody. There might be a need to like kind of dissolve something here in order for this to move forward. Maybe there's healing that has to happen or something like that. We also have keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. There might be something unusual about this situation. Like something a little bit unusual, you guys. Okay, now, let's see. What did I want to... Oh, oops. I wanted to... This card right here, sorry, I didn't mean to ignore it. It's actually talking about why they have a crush on you and what, you know, what's attractive about you, what draws them in. So this is a card called the Oracle number 3. And the Oracle card, as it's called, is about intuition, instinct, feeling, and insight. The bees lead her through the mountains, fragrant with thyme. I always do that. Do you guys ever make that mistake? You're like, oh, time. And wildflowers to an ample cave. In this opening, moist and untouched by the summer heat, they start building a new hive. The oracle neither utters nor hides its meaning, but shows it by its sign. This card represents intuitive knowledge, the ability to understand something by relying on our innate senses. We are encouraged to listen to our instincts and consider the benefits of perceiving through the unconscious. Melissa lived on the Mount Parnassus in the 7th century BCE. She was a nympholept and worked her art of divination through possession by the nymphs. Pilgrims would often climb to her cave to hear her speak her prophecies. Ooh, that's interesting. So, I wonder if some of you are like an intuitive, or you work with divination of some kind, or you're an oracle of some kind yourself. This is obviously about intuitive knowledge. The other thing I want to tell you guys, especially for those of you that don't resonate with that idea, you know, that you're, you know, maybe intuitive or some sort of, you know, divination-based person. The other thing I want to say is that for some of you, this person, they feel spiritually inclined towards you. Like there's probably something, maybe in your synastry, that's really drawing them towards you. It's like there's a vibe, you know. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I did with group number 3. I'm going to read a little passage from Practical Magic using bibliomancy, which I love to do sometimes. So, in his line of work, Gary is trained to notice things, but he can't quite believe what he's seeing now. Part of the reason for this is he's been imagining Sally everywhere he goes. He thought he spied her at a crosswalk on the turnpike as he was driving here, and again in the fried chicken place. And now, here she is in the parking lot. She's probably another illusion, what he wants to see rather than what's right in front of him. Gary walks closer to the Honda and narrows his eyes. That's Sally's car it is, and that's her, there behind the wheel, honking the horn at him. Gary opens the door, gets into the passenger seat, and slams the door shut. His hair and his clothes are damp, and the bucket of chicken he has with him is steamy hot and smells like oil. I thought it was you, he says. He needs to fold his legs up to fit in the car. He balances the bucket of chicken on his lap. It was Jimmy's ring, Sally says. She didn't plan to spill it immediately, but maybe it's just as well. She's staring at Gary for his reaction, but he's simply looking back at her. God, she wishes she smoked or drank or something. The tension is so bad that it feels as though it were at least 130 degrees inside the car. Sally is surprised she doesn't burst into flames. Well, she says finally, we were lying to you. That ring in the kitchen belonged to James Hawkins. Anyway, basically, we're seeing Sally and Gary interacting here, and he can't stop thinking about her. So I think that's kind of illustrating that this person, they can't quite stop thinking about you. It's like there's like an addiction. You're everywhere they go, everywhere they turn. I kind of wonder if you guys bump into each other a lot or somehow find each other. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 4. What an interesting reading. I really do hope that you were able to identify this person. If you did, find the umbrella emoji and stick it in the comments if you know who this is. Like I said, for some of you, I think this person might come into your life soon. So like I said, if you don't know who this is, I think they'll appear, and there's going to be tangible attraction between the two of you. It's like you can feel it. Everything kind of gets warm around each other, and it's just like there's that vibe, you know. And I think you'll have to know who this is, because I think, like I said, there's an electricity between the two of you in some way. It's like, you know what I mean? Anyway, that is what I've got. I really do hope this helped, like I said. And if you want to have a personal reading with me, you can go in the description box and find a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase those. And if you want to join here as a member on the channel, you do get some access to some exclusive emojis, some badges, and even pick cards that are, you know, exclusive just to the members as well. And of course, you guys, if you want to leave a donation, that's always nice, but a comment means a lot and it's free. So thank you so much if you do leave a comment in advance. And I just send you guys all lots of blessings and love, and I hope the best for you, okay? Especially with this person. This is interesting. Okay, well, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you chose the last group here with this beautiful bow, this is your reading. So number 5, group number 5. What a beautiful bow. To be honest, this really makes me think of beautiful imagery, but also innocence. And I don't know, we'll see what comes through, but that's kind of the vibe I get off of it right away. Innocence and kind of sweetness, kindness, something kind of light and beautiful. But let's see here, because I think I remember some of the cards that came out in this group, but we'll see. We have the 8 of Swords. This person, the 8 of Swords, well, this can be somebody who is a little bit fearful. And this could be in connection toward you. They may be afraid for to come toward you, as an example. The 8 of Swords also could show that this person has a lot of fears and anxieties that control them in some way. So you may know this person to be guided or somehow trapped even by certain insecurities or fears. Okay, so it may be that they have a fear of flying and they can't fly, or so we can talk about it in a practical sense too. You may know them to be like afraid of something so much that they won't do it or be around it, okay? So I think that's one standout quality that this person could have. I think also this person, they're quite like shy about you, to be honest. Like somehow they're not coming forward, okay? We have the pomegranate. We have the companion. I'm going to tell you what that's about in a moment, because this is actually why they like you and kind of what they are drawn to in you. But we also have the family room and the moon. So it says here, you'll be guided through the darkness. I do want to say, I think for a lot of you, you have had some sort of intimate connection with this person. I'm not talking about sexually intimate. I'm talking about you know this person. You've been in their home or in their inner world. Maybe you know a lot about their inner world, or you've seen them in a different way than other people. Perhaps, you know what I mean, than the average person. Like, I would say that you might be quite close to this person with the family room. This also, you know, if that's not the case, and you know damn right that there's no, like, maybe friend that could be into you, we could show somebody who is very private about their intimate life, about their family, about what's going on behind the scenes. This person could just be kind of a quieter person. They may stay at home a lot. They may not be the type to go out very much as well. They might be a bit of a hermit in nature. With the pomegranate, this talks about craving, passions, and senses. So the sweet and tart fruit opens to reveal precious clusters of ruby-colored arils. The pomegranate is present in many of our mythologies across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. We find it in ancient Greek myths relating to Persephone, in Armenian marriage traditions, and Chinese art representing fecundity, to name only a few. The pomegranate card evokes images of hearty appetites, earthly passions, and the satisfaction of the senses. I think this person definitely craves you, and there is a lot of passion around, you know, surrounding you, to be honest. That's interesting about Persephone. But yeah. I also feel like this person's very, like, interesting on the inside, right? Because it's like, they also could be quite, like, tender, and I think that this person, they're kind on the inside. Like, there's a lot to know about this person. I feel like there's a lot you don't know about this person. You've only just tipped the surface, or you haven't quite come into that yet. With the moon, you'll be guided through the darkness. Again, there's this sort of supportive influence. I almost wonder if this person or you were sent to their lives to sort of guide them through a dark time, or you were, you know, vice versa. Like, there's some sort of aspect of that, perhaps, like, where you guys have been there for each other in some way. It's interesting because of that companion card. We have the Wizard of the Woods, focus. So this person could be quite focused in life. Somebody who is, I would say, wise and effective in nature. I would say that they're also very focused on you, but I think that this person, they might often get focused on certain things in general. And they put a lot of energy and power into these things that they get focused on. Maybe sometimes it's a little bit too much power, especially with the Eight of Swords, because sometimes we, through our fear and anxiety, create such situations. It's almost like we're creating powerful magic and creating circumstances for ourselves to block us. You know what I'm saying? Especially when our fears are involved as well. With growth and, oh my God, look at this. These cards fell down and over as I was setting the deck back down. We have toadstools, crystal cave, and bluebird spirit. Growth, trust, and happiness. I feel like as you get to know this person and you trust them, that comes into a lot of happiness, but also on the not so obvious side. I feel like this person, they're learning to trust you, or they want to trust you, or they already do trust you a lot. And there is that potential for something here. I feel like they feel good around you, especially when they're down. Like, I don't think you realize how many times you've brought this person back to life in some way, or you really brought their spirits up. So I want to say, like, this person, I want to say that you're in their life, and they're in your life. And if you haven't quite got to that point yet, they have that vibe about you where they know that they could be around you and open up in some way. Like, they're working on that. Maybe for some of you, they're working on that. Like, they're working on trusting and growing this and trying to see where it goes and develops before they open up as well. Because they may have the fear of rejection or something like that too. You know what I mean? But they're definitely focused on you. They're definitely, you know, thinking about you. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. So I'm kind of wondering if some of you might not realize this person likes you, to be honest. We have soulmate, yeah. It does feel, like I said, that you guys are guided to each other in some way, you know, to guide through the darkness and be friends or companions. Now, what's interesting here, like I said, with that unrequited love, I really do think that you don't know that this person likes you. Like, you'd be quite surprised, I think. Maybe they act stoic. Yeah, denial. We have boundaries. So this is the thing. I feel like this person, they act like they don't care, but they actually do. We have obsession too. Denial, boundaries, and obsession. There's some kind of rejection here going on. I don't know if they're just not getting close to you. I think that could be the case for a lot of you. It's like they are too afraid to get close to you. Like they still are trying to figure out whether they trust you or not. What's interesting though is I asked why they are so drawn to you and why they have a crush on you, and I got the Companion, which is an interesting card because in this particular deck, which is new to me, I looked it up actually earlier because I drew this card for myself. And just like when I was messing with them when I first got them. And this card talks about friendship, trust, and empathy. And like, wow, you know what I mean? It says she gently stroked the pete of the crow's beak, and the bird responded by tapping her nose playfully. She never felt alone when with him. He was her oldest friend, her truest companion. The Companion represents friendship and the building of intimacy and trust with others. It reminds us that opening up to someone, trusting them with our vulnerabilities, and in turn understanding their feelings are key elements to this process. And that's the thing. It's like, this person, it's like, they may have a hard time opening up, to be honest. They could be quite sure that it's unrequited, to be honest. You know what I mean? That may be something that really comes through. Like, they are like, oh yeah, no. They would never. They would never. But there's something about you, I think, that they do find trustworthy. Like, there is something about you that's comforting, that's friendly, that's nurturing in nature. And, wow. Yeah, this person looks at you and sees like so much potential in terms of who you are. I feel like this person is hoping with time you guys will grow closer and get to know each other a bit more. I do feel like this person takes a bit slow as well. This person may also be waiting for some sort of change to happen in their life, to be like more powerful or more strong, or to match your energy a bit more. It may be like, again, it's like when the time is right, they want to make a move. They want to take advantage. I feel like this person very much values family and home. And that is like one of the most important factors of them in a relationship in general. And there's something about you that I do feel like feels like a comfort to them. Yeah. Really interesting reading. Really interesting. So, I think I might leave it there. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and do bibliomancy for you guys. I feel bad. Some of the groups didn't get it, but I did it kind of towards the end. And I was just, you know what I mean? Let me see where I'm going to go with this. As he slips the ring into his pocket, he's thinking that Sally's sister is really good at this. She's probably well aware of James Hawkins' whereabouts as of this very second. Sally, however, is another story. Maybe she doesn't know anything. Maybe she's never seen this ring before. Her sister could have had her fooled completely. Could be siphoning money, groceries, family heirlooms to Hawkins as he watches TV in some basement apartment in Brooklyn, waiting for his heat to die down. But Sally isn't looking at him. That's the thing. Her beautiful face is turned away because she knows something. Gary has seen it before countless times. People who are guilty of something think they can hide it by not looking you in the eye. They presume you can read their shame, that you can see in through their eyes to their very soul, and in a way they are right. I guess we're done, Gary says, unless there's something you've suddenly thought of that I should know. Nothing. Gillian grins and shrugs. Sally swallows hard. Gary can practically feel how dry her throat is, how the pulse at the base of her neck is throbbing. He's not certain how far he would go to cover for someone. He's never been in this position before, and he doesn't like the feel of it. Yet here he is, standing in a stranger's kitchen in New York on a humid summer day, actually wondering if he could look the other way. And then he thinks about his grandfather walking to the courthouse to legally claim him on the day when it was 112 in the shade. That's interesting. So he's looking at her. Her beautiful face is looking away, and he's like, he can tell what she's thinking. That's really interesting passage there in terms of this connection as well. And the trust part and the boundaries. It's like trying to think about how far would this person go, you know what I mean, to get what they want. Right? That's one of the things I'm getting. And somebody who's observant, I think that this person could be observant, like they really can read body language good. They have a good sense of like who someone is. But I think that this person sees something much different in you, like a really solid, loyal person. You know what I mean? Like I do think that this person, it's like they have a good sense of like who people are. And that might scare them in some way. That might scare them in some way. But they are focused on you, and they focus on your behavior and your body language. So if you do kind of like look away, they're noticing that. They sense your body language is what I'm getting. And they act upon that. So they may think you don't like them, or they kind of are wondering, or I don't know, there's something there. But the Eight of Swords too, it's like, I think that this person, they're a bit anxious about coming towards you, to be honest. But anyway, I hope that this reading was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Do you know who this is? Let me know. Let me know. And yeah, if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box, and you can find a link to my Etsy store. You can also get some more exclusive pick-a-card readings by joining here as a member on the channel. And there's a join a button above somewhere. And what else? I just appreciate each and every one of you. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that this was helpful. And I wish you lots of love and happiness, and hopefully this person will make a move and you actually reciprocate it. you like them, you know what I mean? I hope you do. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.